gorgeous people? How are you? How is life treating you all? I'm Camila, your host, and this is Figure Life Out, your comfy corner on the internet. Yay! Welcome to episode 19. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've been struggling about what topic should we discuss in this episode. I did some digging on the internet about what was trendy. I asked ChatGPT, I asked my friends for ideas and suggestions, and I got some very good ones, some that I've already discussed here, but feels like eventually I'm going to have to do again. But anyways, I got this idea from my friend Daniela. Hi, baby. And yes, as you can see from the name of the episode, today we are going to be talking about motherhood in our 20s. So yeah, little warning, little side note, I am 24, I'm child free. Most of my friends are child free, so I'm going to be as neutral as possible about this topic. Yeah, that's it. And before we start, let me remind you a little something. We are available on Overcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, and YouTube. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen on the other platforms. Please subscribe, leave me a review in the podcast platforms. Share with your friends. If you have suggestions, please let me know. We are also on Instagram as Figuring Life Out the podcast. You can follow us there, and that's it. That's all the introduction we need, because the intros have been very long lately and we don't like that. Okay, so grab your drinks and snacks. I already have my bottle of water here because we talked a lot in this side of the internet, and let's begin. So the internet has been going crazy about a statement that Chapel Roan did on the Call Her Daddy podcast a few weeks back. I think it was like late March or something, about how her friends who were around her age or around her age, who were parents, were miserable, or they were in hell and were not happy with being a parent. She specifically talked about parents of kids under the age of 5, and she basically said that there was no light in their eyes, that they were not happy, and the internet went bonkers about this statement. A lot of mothers, specifically mothers, I don't know, that's what I saw in the comments in the comment sections that I navigated on TikTok, took this as a personal attack on their decision of being mothers and bringing babies into this world. And since I am a curious child and I like a good gossip, I decided to navigate more of these videos, and eventually videos of content creators that specialize, that have a niche about being child free, started popping out on my For You page, and I started navigating also those comment sections, and I found a lot of the same energy in those clips from Chapel Roan people, like feeling attacked, judging, and all of that. And that made me realize, guys, that we have a lot to talk about motherhood in our 20s and in general, because yeah, most of the people who are on these apps are our generation. So I decided to talk about this then, because we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot to discuss here. And before we start talking about this in a deeper level, let me tell you, just in case I ended up in that side of the internet, guys, this is not an attack on you and your motherhood. This is just my opinions based on my experiences, on how I view motherhood, and that's it. Okay, just please don't come for me. First of all, something that feels necessary to specify and clarify, because people went overboard with this on TikTok is that she was not talking about you guys, okay? She was not saying you're miserable. She was not saying you're a bad parent. She was not saying your motherhood it's awful. She was talking, like I said, from her circle of friends, from their experiences, okay? So please don't take it personal, okay? It's not that serious. That's just the opinion of some random famous people on the internet. So please chill out. It's not that serious. So please, guys, when we're gonna talk about this, remember that everyone's experience with motherhood and parenthood is different. Some people are raising kids by their own, some are struggling financially, others are having postpartum depression, some are genuinely not in a good place and are struggling with life and they are not completely happy. And we need to talk about this, guys, because being a parent is hard. It's a big responsibility. And when we don't talk about the other side of parenthood, we are gaslighting parents that are not doing so good because their experience doesn't look like the normal parent experience. I'm repeating experience way too many times, but you get what I mean. We are gaslighting them, thinking that being a parent, it's supposed to be this rainbows and sunshine life and everything's going to work out magically and you're gonna be happy because you have a kid. That's not the case, guys. Not everyone goes through the same thing, and if you cannot relate to being in hell, like she said, and having no lights in your eyes, guys, that's good. Feel relief because you are not struggling, and then that message is not for you. So please move on. Feel lucky that you are doing good. Please. Why some mothers took this as, yeah, because it was, like I said, it was mostly mothers. I did not see parents. It might be for a lot of different reasons, but anyways, why most of mothers took this as a personal attack on their decision, I don't understand. I read a lot of comments explaining it. It did not make sense to me. Because personally, unless something literally calls my name on the internet, I don't take it seriously. I don't. But I'm also not a parent, so maybe that's why. I don't know. So, after this little context, it's time to dig deep. So I already did give a warning, so I'm gonna give another one because we never know. We're gonna be breaking down motherhood from my perspective as a 24-year-old girly pop who, when was a kid, loved the idea of being a mother and wanted to be a mother at the age of 20 something, and now avoids completely talking about it. Okay, first of all, I have a niece. I love her. She's the light of my eyes. New people have entered my life and they also have kids, and I love those kids, and I love when they call me auntie. I feel so warm and fuzzy inside because I think kids are amazing. I love kids. I think they're fun. I think they bring joy to your life, but that doesn't mean that they are completely the source of it. You know what I mean? Yes, they add to that joy, but they cannot be the source of that joy completely. So when I was a kid, like a really, really kid, like first grade or something like that, like elementary school, yeah. Why was I thinking about that at the age of 7, 8 years old? We don't know. Well, we do, but we're not gonna discuss this today. That's for another day. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a mother of 4. I really fancied the idea of being a mother of a numerous family because I was born in a big family, and that was like, yeah, that was fun. I wanted to be. We used to have this game where you put like the name of 3 of your crushes on the side and 3 other things in the other side. I don't remember. The age where you want to like get married and have kids in the middle in a heart, and then like money on the side, how many kids you want to, something like that, and we will play a game. And I usually always put 22 because at that very, very young age, at the age of 22, I wanted to be a mother of 4 kids. Crazy, I know, crazy. But then I started growing up, guys, and being a mother was no longer like a thought in my mind. I started having other goals and dreams, and that just really went to the back of my mind. And from wanting to be a mother to 22, at 22, I went to maybe 30 to maybe none. Who knows? And I started seeing what actually being a mother means. What the body goes through, it's amazing. Like the human body is amazing because the whole being pregnant process, it's mind-blowing because you're building a human being inside of you, okay? And then that, and then birthing time, and that baby growing out of you. Like, that's crazy. And I applaud every woman who goes through that because in my opinion, in my humble opinion, you're effing amazing, and your body is, because I don't think I could. Like, I panic just thinking about no. And then I started to decompose, I don't know if that's the word, this idea that women are only happy when they are mothers and like that's our only purpose. That idea disappeared from my mind. I was like, I don't think that is going to bring necessarily joy into my life. There are other things that make me happy, and people keep saying like, but when you have a kid you're gonna be more happy, and I'm like, we'll see. The world, honestly, it's getting to a place like it's not taunting to bring another human being to this world with the condition as it is. And yeah, motherhood slowly became a less appealing subject for me, and like, I don't know, maybe I will be a mother, maybe I won't. Right now, I don't care. In all honestly, I'm 24. I don't see myself taking care of another human being, at least in the next 5 years. I have goals and plans that don't fit, that don't match with that, with having a kid. I have still so many things to do that honestly kids don't fit in that. And right now, that's my view, that's where I stand. Maybe when I'm 35 that's gonna change, maybe it won't. Right now I don't care. That's not something that concerns me. I'm fine with my decision right now, and I move on. And there are a lot of people out there that feels the same way that I feel. There are also people who don't want to be a parent, period. Like, they don't want to have kids, and that it's respectable. And what I want you guys to understand, and I'm gonna look directly at you, people who go through these girls who create content about child-free life, and you trying to convince us about everything of that, and you sometimes attack us. We don't think we're better than you. This has nothing to do with you. It's none of your business. Why are you meddling in our life? We have enough with society judging us, because what you folks are trying to put out there is that we are attacking you and that we are shaming you, which is not the case. It's not the case, because unfortunately our generation, Gen Z, are going more modest, conservative. Yeah, our generation is becoming more conservative. And what I want you guys to understand is that people who chose women who chose not to have kids, because that judgment, I only seen it in my culture, because I'm Latin / Caribbean, and we are very, you know, if you know, you know. And like, having kids is like, why don't you have kids? And that's what I only seen, like, men being told like, but what about if he doesn't have kids? But in other cultures, that falls into women, and we are still being judged about it. And I don't mean, and I don't want this to come across as me saying that we suffer more than you, that we are judged more than you. We both do. That's the funny thing about this thing. Women with kids and women with no kids are still facing criticism. It's a reality. Women with no kids are constantly being told that we are selfish, that how can we not want to have kids, that is such a wonderful experience, that we don't have a purpose if we don't have kids, that we are not gonna ever know joy if we don't have kids. And society puts us down because of that, and the threat is that we're going to be single and have cats and etc, etc, and that seems like such an awful thing. But women with kids live in a society that actually does not make the experience nice. Like, there's not enough maternity leave, food is expensive, diapers are expensive, some governments really don't give a damn about your kid once the kid is here. Education is extremely expensive to points where it's crazy. No matter what you do, you're still gonna get judged as a mother because of the parenting decisions that you make. If you put your kids through public school or private school, or if you put them in, how do you say that, in activities after school, if you push them their religion to them and you don't give them the chance to discover it on their own, you're always going to be judged. We are always going to be judged. This is not a competition about who's right and who's not right, because in that sense, parenthood, it's very neutral. Yeah, it's about stop tearing each other apart in comment sections, because that's crazy, guys. It's about building a community. Okay, the saying that says that it takes a village to raise a kid, and some of you are pushing your village away because of this belief that if you don't have a kid, your life doesn't matter, and if you know what I mean. It's this belief that you don't really know joy or your life or your achievements are not important as the ones of your kids, of your friends with kids or that are married. And yeah, you're pushing them away, you're pushing your village away. Relationships, every relationship is mutual. I've said that in previous episodes, and it's about giving and taking. And if your friend is supporting you as a parent, you should do the same for them. It's not gonna be in the same things because priorities change. They are not the same. We are not living the same lifestyle, and that's okay. But if I'm celebrating with you your marriage, your pregnancy, your baby shower, the kids' first step, their birthdays, and everything good and nice that they do, you should be doing the same for me. With my graduations, when I got a new job, when I leave a job that was making me miserable, when I achieved something that was really important for me. Maybe it's, I don't know, getting a master's, getting out of a toxic relationship, whatever matters to that, to your friend, to your community. Okay, it's so easy to go into mode, into hater mode. I always say, like, being a hater, it's such an easy thing to do, but show up for your friends, please. Like I said, it's going to be different than in the way they show up for you, but that's life. We change. It's about still fostering those friendships, that community, keeping your friends close to you, because at the end of the day, they are your village. Now, how do I view bringing a child into this world and how I feel like some other people do? It's a very selfish thing. Okay, you are selfishly bringing a kid into this world because you want to be a mother, because you oftentimes it's because you think that's the thing to do, because you know that's what we're supposed to be doing according to society. Okay, and when you don't have the ability to do so correctly and be responsible of your kids, it's even more selfish. And first of all, guys, this is something that I feel like usually comes from the older generations, Gen X, baby boomers. You are the sole responsible of bringing that child into this world. That was your decision. We didn't ask to be here. So when you tell your kid that they owe you, no, they don't. No, they don't, babes. The kid doesn't owe you anything. This was your choice. You decided to raise the kid, and you be like, but you owe me because I raised you and blah blah blah. Like, that was literally your obligation as a parent. Your obligation as a parent is to provide for that child until they are 18 in most of the countries, 21 in I think the United States, until they can provide for themselves. No, you didn't owe them because you bought them clothes. That's literally your obligation as a parent, to feed them, clothe them, educate them, make sure they are good to live in society. Like, that's literally your obligation. So please don't be a shitty person and put that narrative out there in your kids, because then you are going to be asking why your kid put you in a home and why your kid don't talk to you anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's why. And now, in a serious but unserious conversation, I'm going to tell you some of the let me see, because I have my script in front of me. I'm gonna tell you right now. 5, yeah, some of the 5 more selfish reasons to bring child into this world, according to me. So, number 1, who's going to take care of you when you are old? I don't know, save money while you're working so you can afford to pay a nice place and have the proper care once you grow old. Kids are not your nurses, okay? They are not. That's not a nice and good enough reason to bring a child into this world. If you want free labor, you need to check that out, okay? Number 2, you'll be lonely if you don't have kids. Have friends, find a partner, get a dog, love yourself. I don't know, guys. Do something. That kid is not going to fix your loneliness. No, it won't. It won't. That's also another obligation. Like, having a kid because you're afraid of being lonely, it's messed up, because you're placing a lot of responsibilities when it comes to relationships in that kid that does not belong to them. Kids are not your emotional support token, okay? They can leave at any moment, at any time that they want. Just because you have them doesn't mean that they will keep you company. Like, go to therapy. They won't cure your loneliness, okay? If you weren't happy before them, you won't be happy after them. Next. Number 3, what about your legacy? I mean, thank you for thinking that I have a legacy to pass on. Like, dude, I'm amazing, but I'm not that amazing, honestly. Like, I'm not. And at the end of the day, humans are probably going to go extinct in a couple of, not a couple of years, but yeah, eventually, not in not such a long time, and that won't matter. Also, why do you want to keep talking about me once I'm gone? When I'm gone, leave me gone. Don't talk about me. Leave my name out your mouth, please and thank you. Also, what makes you think that your kids are going to live up to that legacy? Why are you placing such high expectations on the kid that once again didn't ask to be born? Please tell me. I would like to know. Number 4. And this is not coming from you, this is coming from the people in your life. I want to be a grandparent, or I want to be an aunt, or I want to be an uncle. Really? I'm just gonna look at you. That sounds like your problem, babes. Next. Last but not least, this one is legendary, guys. This is an oldie. This is coming from the generations of the generations of the generations before us. Have a kid and that will fix your marriage. Guys, the good old days. You know, when people think that having a kid will keep that man by your side. It's, you know, because we growing up, we will listen a story about like that. Like, they were struggling, they had a kid with the hope that the kid would fix it. It didn't fix shit. Because that man, it stood by your side for what, 2-3 years? And then he cheated again. And then you started fighting, and the kid was always in the middle, and that kid now has trauma, and it spends a lot of money on therapy. So no. The worst thing you can do is bring another life into this planet when you have not done the work on yourself. If you have trauma, go work on it. Don't have kids. If you don't have maternal instinct, but people around you keep telling you it's going to show up once you have the kid, don't have kids. If you're not sure if you want to be a mother or not, don't have kids. Please, don't have kids. If you're not willing to put the work on yourself and be a better human being, don't have kids. If you are not happy in your life, please don't have kids, because that kid won't fix that happiness. Once again, if you are not happy without them, you won't be happy with them. I'm begging you, please don't bring more don't give people trauma, okay? Just work on yourself, and if that decision is coming from a genuine place of, I think I'm ready to be a mother, I'm going to give my best to be a mother, it's my decision, nobody's forcing me, go. But if it's not, please don't have kids. Don't give people trauma. Thank you. And let's continue. I know you're thinking I'm ranting about convincing you to not have kids, but no, I'm just putting out there why having kids, it's an actual responsibility that takes actually thinking and considering your situation, how you live, and all of that, and especially yourself. Something that I really hate, a narrative that I really hate and dislike, and you can say it because you can see it because I keep telling it in this video, is the belief that kids will magically fix your life. No, they won't. They won't make you happy. They won't fix your loneliness. They won't. Like I said, this and that, it's very related with selfish reason number 2. You're putting this pressure on that kid because you think that they are meant to make you happy and they are meant to give you this sense of success, and often that's not the case. and you start breaking that child because they are not living up to your expectations, and some people eventually realize along the way what they're doing is wrong. Other people don't, and they keep doing it. And let me be once again clear. As kids, we as kids, your child is not obligated to keep you company and to be your love. No, that's not the case. It's very sad, especially with the whole mom boys, I think that's how you say, boy moms, I don't know how you say, pandemic on the internet. Ma'am, please go to therapy. That child is not meant to fulfill any romantic love in your life, because some of the relationship these women have with their kids, with the boy kids, are concerning. So please go to therapy, because that's not normal. It's not. That's why we have so many types and different kinds of love. We have friends. Your kid is not your friend. Your kid is not supposed to be your friend. You should not be going to your kids to tell them and talk with them about your problems. Nope. That's not the case, babe. That's not what they are here. They are kids. They are supposed to be doing kids thing, and they should not be involved in your drama, in your adult dramas. Yeah. It's very sad to see kids who cannot live to their mother's expectations and now are struggling and have mommy issues and have trauma or have daddy issues. And it's sad to see those parents that never did the work on themselves and they don't realize what they're doing is wrong. And that's why a lot of people out there don't want kids, because we're still carrying trauma and we are still healing from things that we went through, and we don't want to. We realize that actually being a parent, being a mother, is not like a necessity anymore. we broke that belief that our purpose is being a mother. Like, it's not. Nope. Kids, like I said, kids are going to make you happy. Kids are going to bring happiness into your world, but they should not be the whole source of it. Our happiness should never depend on other person. Our happiness should not depend on anyone else but ourselves. If we are not happy alone, if we don't feel successful, if we don't feel like we achieve things alone, that kid won't do it. And I'm not talking about people who genuinely want to be a mother. No. I'm talking about this narrative that being a mother is going to make you successful because you had another kid, and it's going to make you happier because you are having a kid. Nope. You can do so many things, and then at the end of the day you come home and realize, okay, so there's clearly something missing in my life that's gonna make me happier, that's going to add to the happiness, and that's being a mom, and that's having kids, and that's coming home to cook dinner and all of that. If that's the case, good for you, my love. I am genuinely happy for you. But if that's not the case, please, once again, don't have kids because you were told that was the thing you were supposed to be. You're going to resent those kids. You're going to place in those kids a lot of emotions that are not them, and they are not responsible for. And eventually you're going to break another human being. Once again, everything can be fixed. Everything can be fixed. You can go to therapy because you realize that what you did was that you had trauma and you passed that on, And that's why we have so many people in our generation breaking generational trauma. But if that's not the case, once again, please don't have kids. Now, in a not so serious, but serious still, note, our 20s are confusing. They are. We are going through a lot. In our 20s, we are going through a lot. And everyone's life and experience is different. So for some people, being a mother with 24, my age, by the way, I said it again, I said it a couple of times, it's like a dream. It's like, yes, let's do it. For other people like me, we have goals, we still don't see each other, we still don't see it. Us as mother, also we don't have a partner to even have these discussions with. Other people started having kids way earlier, in their very early 20s. I don't recommend that. I think we should at least hope until our frontal lobe is developed at the age of 25. That's my personal opinion and recommendation. FUCK, the people out there saying that women have a biological clock. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Nobody's asking you. Yeah. To me, I think we should just give yourselves time and space to actually grow up and become a functional human being. But if you ended up being a mother earlier than 24, congrats. Just make sure you're being the best parent to that kid as you can. Work on yourself, do the work so that kid doesn't grow with trauma and a lot of misplaced emotions. Bottom line, we all women, despite what they choose when it comes to motherhood, should be celebrated for those decisions. Now, so you guys don't think that I'm only addressing the people with the child-free agenda over here. There's people in our community, I include myself in the community of child-free women, that need to be called out, because some people, some girly pups, some guys, they step out of their role of friend once their friends start having kids, and since they have a child-free life like that, somehow, like, I don't know, clash with their life, I guess, with their lifestyle. If you are, this is something that's going on the internet, you are entitled to a child-free life, but you're not entitled to a child-free world. If you don't like kids, that's on you. That feeling belongs to you, but you should not be putting that in your friends with kids. You should not be making them feel bad about reaching out to you. If you can't, like, offer a helping hand to a friend, nobody's telling you to have kids. Like, nobody's telling you. Maybe your friend called you just to watch their kid for 20 minutes while they're having a shower, because when you're having kids and they're small, like, that's complicated. I took care of my niece when she was a baby and during her toddler years, until she was 3. Yeah, until she was 3, because she turned 4 last year and we were not in the same country. Yeah, so until she was 3, I often took care of her, and that's a challenge, guys, because toddlers are a lot of work, but they are also very, very funny. So yeah, if you cannot do that for your friend, please don't expect them to show up for you. Like I said earlier, relationships are give and take. So if you as a child-free woman cannot show up for your friends when they need you, whether it's for you to take care of their kid for 20 minutes while she takes a shower. Are you bringing them food because they are extra busy and they are tired and they haven't slept in days when the newborn is home? If you cannot have like thoughtful details towards them and their new lifestyle, you cannot expect them to do the same thing for you. Like I said, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. And it's going to change. The dynamic of the friendship is going to change. But if you really love this person you're going to adopt, because remember, it was something that Charles Darwin said, that I know it in Spanish, but I don't know it in English. Basically, we have to adapt. If you do not adapt, you don't survive. And yeah. Let me think if there's something else, because I made it to the end of my script. So yeah, if you have kids, please don't push your village away with your unwillingness to realize that you need to show up for them also, and that you should not be pushing your motherhood into them and trying to convince them that to have kids and all of that, because that's annoying. Please stop asking women in their 20s, when are you having kids? When are you gonna get married? Stop it. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's only going to make me not want to talk to you because you keep bringing that up. And if you are a child-free person, please give help to your friends with kids sometimes. Not always, sometimes. Set boundaries, because I know that some people go overboard and think that just because you're friends and you love them and all of that, and you don't have kids, your life is not important, and they see you as a free nanny. So please set boundaries. This goes both ways. Set boundaries. Boundaries are so nice. They're nice. They're comforting. They are necessary in relationships. They help you not hate your friends and build healthier relationships. So put those boundaries there, and also don't push the same way women with kids should not be pushing their motherhood into other people. You should not be pushing into women with kids your feelings, your emotions of not wanting to have kids. Yeah, that's it. Bottom line is, guys, that in 2025 being a mother is not a necessity anymore. It's not an obligation anymore. Women are going to choose to be mothers. Some are going to choose not to be mothers. Some will have their kids early, some later in life. Some will struggle. Some will adopt. And none of that is your damn business. So please stay out of women's business. Thank you. And let's celebrate each other in all of our stages in life, in our decisions. And stop tearing each other apart in TikTok comment sections, please and thank you, because that's embarrassing. No, I'm not calling you names. I don't think I'm better than you because I don't have kids and you do, and you should not feel better than me because you have kids and I don't. Like I said, it's not about being right or wrong. It's a neutral. What do I say? It's a neutral decision. It's not good or bad, okay? It's a decision that we all make. The concerns that it's only our and our partner business, if that makes sense. And yeah, stay out of our business. Don't ask us when are we having kids. Don't ask women who have just had kids, when are you having another kid? Stay out of our business, please and thank you. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys for listening and watching. This video was actually very short and I love that, and I have a script again. And I'm also in my darks era. You can see it in my eyes. Look at my makeup all dark. Look at my nails and my top. And and anyways, we have a new mic. Yeah, so he's going to be with us for the rest of this episode. So yay! This month it's going to be this one. Next episode that is coming next week. Why? Because I feel like I owe you guys 2 good episodes, okay? Because I didn't post last week when this one is supposed to be going. Because I'm still adapting to my life, new life, work-life balance, and all of that. I'm still adapting. Anyways, once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me for another episode, for another week. We are already on episode 19. That maybe for you guys is not enough. For me, it feels like huge because I stopped in 2023 in episode 6, and then I started again in last October, I think, in 2024 with episode 7, and we are already on episode 19, and I'm gonna get sentimental. And yeah, so to me it's huge. Next week is going to be episode 20, and I'm so excited. I have feelings that I'm gonna talk about next week. So yeah, thank you once again. I say that a lot. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you for listening. Remember, you can tune with me. I say us as if we are a big team, but it's just me and my cell phone and ChatGPT, and sometimes my friends who I ask for advice, and my tablet and my cute new microphone. So yes, thank you for watching and listening. From wherever you are, please leave me a review, subscribe, share with the people you love, share with someone who can relate to the message I'm trying to spread. That's it. Remember, my love, my cutie pie, that you are loved, you are loved, you are amazing, you are talented, you're gorgeous, you're smart, you are creative, you are everything that's right in this world. Sorry, your talent is needed, your presence is needed in this world. Whether you are a mommy or not, you're appreciated, you are amazing, and you're doing great. Remember, we don't have to have everything figured out right now. That's what our 20s are for. So, I love you so much. From here to the moon and back. Actually, from here to Pluto and back. And see you on the next episode.